society and economy and everything that makes up for an entire world. So yeah, let me start with the name of this world. It's called Synnova. And it was probably during the time that people were watching that Advent Children movie of Final Fantasy VII. And you know the planet's called Genova, so I don't know, I think it was one of my other classmates that mentioned, oh, we should call this such and such. It's like Nova mixed in there with it. So, you know, just went along with calling it Synnova. But I also wanted to mention that there are 4 people included in the World Project. 4 people assigned to a group. And we do the technology, map, ecosystem, species, some concept art of the species, or some kind of representation of like a battle, or some kind of representation of what the planet looks like. And story, we had to write like a small story of either a clash between the species, or you can make up anything, so it's free reign and it's awesome. See the climate, the environment, such as society and economy. So I was charged with doing the map and technology of Synnova. So I'll start with the Sarda. This is the northern continent. They're just kind of almost like North Pole in a sense, but anyways, I'll let you guys have a closer look at this map. Right now I'm just pointing out the continent names on the map. So there's Sarda, and down over here is Volg. Now the inhabitants of Volg, as you can imagine, I also came up with these names, by the way. Volg is kind of inhabited with a bunch of vulture-like creatures, and their home isn't on land base, it's up in the sky, almost like a giant bird cage. I'm trying to remember what it was exactly. I don't have the entire paperwork on the World Project. I only still have the map, which took me a long time to find. But anyways, yeah, there's the inhabitants of Volgar consist of the vulture-like aerial species. inhabited by the almost tiger-like not in a sense thunder cats, but you get the idea. They're almost kind of human-like creatures, and I had some concept art made up of them. And they're also kind of a, how can I say it? Not Buddhist, but they rely on their ability to be, I'm trying to think of the correct word for this. I don't know, they're at one with themselves. You should think of them as almost Shaolin monks in a way. That they've reached the height of enlightenment, I guess. They are the masters of their terrain, and anyways, I had like a cool picture of one of them with a bandana and made up in kind of martial art gear, or like a kendo like gear what the Japanese wear for their practicing sword fighting and all that. Anyways, moving on to Quara. As you can see, it's kind of looks like a jellyfish, and apparently it looks like it says fun on this little squiggly area of land. But Quara is the inhabitants of the underwater people. As you can see, this little orange area, that is their city. And by the way, I'll go back to the key up above where you guys can take a look at what colors represent terrain and cities or mountain ranges, grasslands, stuff like that. So yeah, this is the underwater city of Quara. Even though they hardly go above the land to either hunt or do trade with some of the inhabitants, because the Volk creatures, they can travel pretty easily from continent to continent with their flying abilities, and then they'll maybe trade from each area. So yeah. And let's see. Yeah, name the city. So I wasn't sure if I had enough time when I did this to name the cities or name the inhabitants, such as the tiger people or the vulture type or the underwater type people. Yeah, so there's Quara. And then down here we go to Spiga. And as I was coming up with names, I was trying to mix in a bit of not Greek names, but like the names you hear in Homer's Odyssey, like Ithaca or Sparta or Troy. But anyways, species, but yeah, it would fall all around here and then go down to here and then back around, and then it comes all the way back to the side here at the west side of the map and the east. So as you can tell I've labeled northern current and southern current. And last but not least is the continent of Scific. And I believe I made up almost like tribes of what look like humans, but they're kind of I don't want to say Neanderthal, but in a way barbarians. So yeah, they kind of rule this entire continent, the barbarians of Scific. And yeah, you've got mountain ranges and the coastlines. This orange is their city of Scific for the barbarians. I've added some little lakesides here and there on each continent, right here. Not a cloth, because that's, I think, the hottest place in this world. And then a lakeside here. As I said, I didn't really go much in depth with naming mountain ranges or lakes, kind of like what they did with the Middle Earth map, but when you're creating an entire world, you don't have that much time to label every single city or like a desert, like here, or mountain ranges. So anyways, what I'm going to do now is take the camera. Hope that isn't loud. I've been holding the mic this whole time. Where should I lay it down over here? Okay. So let me take the camera over here real quick to show you guys. Let's see, get the name here, Synnova. Let me try and fix the autofocus. There we go. Hopefully that works. So yeah, there's Sarda, and let me take you over to the key first. So the key consists of the purple being mountains, green grasslands, yellow deserts, and blue the ocean. I think that's brown. Ancient ruins, orange cities, the lake kind of dark blue, volcanic areas red, and for the ice is just white. So here's some mountain ranges here and there along the continent of Sarda, and around here is kind of like an ancient city and ancient ruins in a sense, so I kind of made it orange and brown because it's kind of like a mystery or no adventures there, and it's surrounded by mountains. Excuse me, and then some little mountains here and there. So here we have Volk, and this huge area is desert. Here's a volcanic area of Volk, and right here is the lake. More so, it's surrounded by the grasslands along the coastline, and reaches out all the way down to the western area of Volk. And yeah, these lighter areas are the hints of desert and grassland mixed together with mountain ranges. And more grassland, desert, grasslands. I kind of layered it upon each other on this one because it's more so getting towards the climate and terrain of the island of Clough, which is the tiger-like species. Here, Clough, we have the, what is that? I'm trying to figure out what color I did that in. I think more so in ancient ruins of what used to be an even more ancient race of the Clough people, and then more so we get into the grasslands, and then there's two cities on the island of Clough, and then mountain ranges along the coastline, and then here as well, and then huge grasslands where they do most of their hunting and gathering and all that. So, and then I also added in this little compass here. You guys probably couldn't see that while I was mentioning the continents of this video. And then down here, real quick, I'll mention Monza, the little ice, oh crap, the little ice continent of Synnova. And then here I was mentioning it, it's kind of the word fun. I don't know how that came about, but it did. And then we have the continent of Quora. And as you can tell, I didn't name it Quora like they do in that Tron Legacy. I did that name way before they did it. Anyone out there listening to copyright reasons, I came up with that name first. But anyways, here up above the northern continent of Quora is ancient ruins. And yeah, I guess what was once the ancient race of the Quarrens that used to live on this smaller continent of Quora in like a really small but decayed lake along the coast. And then here we have mountains. And here we have the underwater city of Quora. So that's where the inhabitants of Quarrens live. And then, oh yeah, the Quarren continent is made up of grasslands, and then there's a hint of yellow. Only a hint, which is kind of like desert terrain. So yeah, and then the Isles of Spica, just shaped like a spine. So, and not much is known about Spica, and I didn't really have time to go into detail why I made this continent. It's kind of almost a mystery, like the Galapagos Islands of our world, where a lot of strange, different species have evolved on it, and almost in a sense, are starting to show signs of map all the way over here to what's connected to the western side of the current, and then the southern current down below here. So yeah, and then here we have the continent of Skivik, where the barbarians dwell. And here's their lake, more mountain ranges, somewhat desert, grasslands, and all that. And I don't know what I did that for. I think it was not ancient ruins, but it's kind of like a labyrinth where you don't want to get lost in there. And I think I made it as a point for the barbarians. If any invaders came into their homeland, they would lead them into this labyrinth trap where they would spring all sorts of death traps on their enemies. So yeah, here we have more grasslands surrounded by mountain ranges, and then ancient ruins up here. Let me fix the camera a little bit better. There we go. So yeah, ancient ruins along the coastline and more mountain ranges. Here's the barbarians' city right next to the desert, and one little mountain standing on its own. So yeah, that about covers the whole world of Synnova. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I was really glad I found the world map to show you guys what well, to show you guys the creativeness that can go into a project such as this. And for any teachers out there looking to inspire any of their students, or who are teaching like an English class or anything related to creating something of value and remembrance for a student's experience in the classroom, I would highly recommend doing this world project for your class, because it was certainly memorable for me, because not only do you get to create something of your own other than reading through boring textbooks of I don't know, not to put a name out there, but I don't know, Shakespeare or anything that would really bore someone to death. Let your students create something of their own and let them explore their imagination, because this particular project really almost in a way sucks you in, and it's really fun to do, is all I have to say about it. And my teacher, there was a particular student who came, and because she used to be, I mean not used to be, but she still is, she had like a Legolas poster in her classroom and like a bunch of medieval type stuff, which was awesome. She was a really cool teacher, and she's still teaching today, I imagine. But anyways, somebody came in one day and gave her like this huge battle axe, which you're not supposed to bring happens to a school, but he brought it anyways, so she has to hide it in her closet in the classroom. But anyways, I've really wanted to repay her in a way and bring her like some kind of piece of memorabilia from like the medieval times, or like a shield or sword or something of that nature, just to show my appreciation, because there was no other class like hers. It was kind of one in a million, and I really appreciated the chance to create a world project like this with other people and collaborate with other people, and even just creating all the detail on the map here, in a sense, because I got no direction from, well, I did have some direction, but my other classmates or group members were all doing the ecology or ecosystem, or doing the concept art of the world, while I was doing the map, trying to think of different ways to create something interesting. So that was, well, a good challenge. I'm not going to say it was a challenge, but it was a fun challenge also. So, yeah. What else can I say about this that will leave you wanting to create a world of your own? But yeah, anyways, highly recommend this world project to any teachers out there looking to inspire their students to create something of their own. And I highly endorse it. So yeah. And I did have my name on this somewhere, but I don't know where it is. It's probably on the back. Yeah. So I will talk to you all soon, and if you enjoyed this video. So yeah. Bye bye for now. Talk to you all soon.